morning! Welcome. I hope everybody has their coffee. Welcome to the Love Shack Kelsey show. I mean, the Dean and Kelsey Love Shack show. Speaking of Love Shack.
What?
Have you guys checked out our like page, Dean and Kelsey, the Love Shack on Facebook?
Yeah.
We're kind of new to Facebook and Instagram, so if you haven't yet, check us out on there.
Yeah.
But
I gotta get comfortable, man.
You sit on your legs. That's what they tell you is really bad for you. So anyway, moving forward, we thought we would just come live and talk to you guys this morning about this book that we're reading.
Yeah.
First and foremost.
We read it one time through already. We finished it yesterday, and we thought, let's reread it after we've had like that time to process all the chapters, reread it with a new perspective, and then share our thoughts over each chapter as we go through them.
Yeah, and actually Dave Hollis and Rachel Hollis reached out to us, and they're paying us to go live right now and give a positive review about this book, and we thought, what a shame not to share with you. So, just kidding, we are not paid, we get nothing out of this.
No.
But we thought we read it the first time through, we didn't give any feedback about it, so we thought, why are we not sharing with you guys? Because this
is one of the best books I've read, to be honest.
Hands down, if you guys have not pre-ordered this book yet, you need to.
It launches in, it says March the 12th is when it's available in 2019. So it'll be available in a few months, but it's so good. And she basically, like, just so I can
hold on, let's do a little backstory. If you don't know, Rachel has, this is like her 10th book, right? The one you may know of very popular is Girl Wash Your Face.
Right.
I don't feel like Girl Wash Your Face holds a candle to this one. You?
Oh, this is a great book.
And if I was Rachel Hollis, I would be really nervous because Girl Wash Your Face was so good. Like, how do I beat that? How do I even do better? How do I provide to my audience again and up myself?
And she did. I mean.
Oh, totally. I think.
Yeah. So I was just gonna share.
Here, let me. You
Thank
take
you.
the book.
Because I was gonna get up. Good morning, Stephanie. So I was gonna share with you. The book is really in like 3 different parts. And so again, we are gonna go live after we read each chapter, and we may break some of the chapters up into a couple different parts depending on how much is in there. But the table of contents here, it breaks up into 3 parts. So part number 1 is excuses that you need to let go of. Part number 2 are behaviors that you need to adopt. And part 3 is the skills that you then need to acquire. And so this book is really designed for the person that wants to be the best versions of themselves. Be unapologetic. That's why it's Girl Stop Apologizing. Just be yourself. Don't worry about other people. Don't worry about opinions of others. Really just keep your focus on why you are here. And so she breaks those things down into those specific parts. And so chapter 1, or excuse number 1, is that's not what other women do. And so today we're going to talk about that.
So how we do this is we read this together every morning. We read a chapter. That's our goal.
Because even though it's tailored to women, you've taken a ton out of the book.
Yeah, and the title of this is not what other women do. This is not what other men do either. No, I'm being dead serious here.
I just thought you were being funny.
It is not. But I don't care. Because I don't want what other men do. That's not the life I want.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so how we do this is we read a chapter every morning, and we thought, what was one of the most fun times we had as a kid? And, one of Kelsey's most terrifying moments as a kid in school was popcorn reading. So that's what we do. Because she hates to read out loud, so I make her read out loud to me.
He does.
And you guys, we should start going live when we're reading out loud.
Oh my gosh.
Because it is a sight to see.
I don't know if you were like this, but literally in school, they would call my name and my heart would just start racing. I couldn't even focus on the words because I was so nervous. And then I would read And then I was like, I have no idea what I just read because the whole time I was panicking about reading out loud. Like, it didn't take anything away from it. So.
And it's so cool to see you stumble over your words and then overcome them. No, like when you overcome them and you're like, and I'm like, and you're like, yes. And it's just, it's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
No, but really, we popcorn read in the morning and we take turns and we have a reflection about what we read and we talk about how it applies to our life. So that's what we're going to start doing with you guys.
Yeah, so you want to start or do you want
Yeah, so the title, That's Not What Other Women Do. So
Yeah.
she goes in and talks about the backstory of growing up as a child and how she was basically an ugly duckling. She didn't know how to pluck her eyebrows yet, so she ran a razor down the middle of her forehead.
Which made me remember, did you guys know? Probably not, because I haven't told a lot of people, but when I was little, probably middle school, I thought that my belly was hairy, so I shaved it.
Show them what it looks like.
But I did, so I could relate to that because I was like, oh, that's awkward and weird. Cool, me too, you know? So, anyway.
So her and I shave our bellies now together. Just kidding. No, am I? Just kidding. No, but she would shave with a razor. She decided to cut her own bangs, and her dad is like a perfectionist, so
Yeah.
he is perfectionist about straight lines. So you can imagine he's like trying to straighten it out for her, and basically he trims it so down that she says it's short. Her bangs are shorter than her eyelashes at this point. She's got sharp teeth, meaning her big teeth are coming up, and her baby teeth won't let go. So she's got double layer of teeth. She's just ugly.
And she didn't grow up well off. So she was just talking about how she was
in Goodwill clothing.
Like, she just was not like the popular kid. She didn't feel like ever she fit in. So yeah, she talks about that growing up with that, having that feeling. So then when she went on to become a career woman, before even kids really, she started this blog and she had this dream and it was all fine and dandy for her family to accept that until she had kids. And once she had kids, she really felt like they kind of were like, okay, you're gonna quit that, right? Like, you're gonna be a stay-at-home mom and you're gonna, mother your children. She was like, no, not really, So that was a little bit of her story, but how she felt that she had to like downplay her success.
Like going to Christmas parties and company events with her husband, they'd be like, oh, you're doing that little cute little side thing. And she would downplay it. She would be like, yeah, it's just a little side, And meanwhile, in the back, behind the scenes, she's building this
she had like 5 employees.
Empire.
Yeah.
Building this absolute empire secretly, quietly.
Because she felt ashamed for what she was doing. She grew up in this era, which I can relate, where a lot of moms were stay-at-home moms. And there's nothing wrong with that. She just felt like she didn't fit that mold yet again, because she was talking about how her childhood, and so she felt like she had to downplay what she was doing kind of secretly so she could fit into that cookie cutter.
And for her, the people that she was surrounded with, and this, like Kelsey said, this isn't a downplay on stay-at-home moms, but the people at the time that she surrounded herself with felt like the thing to do for women was to be a stay-at-home mom, and if you had dreams, that was for your husband to do. And she felt ashamed that she didn't want to be a stay-at-home mom, that she did have her own dreams and she did want to pursue them. Mm-hmm. And she talks about how you can get over that if you're feeling like you're apologizing or downplaying something because of other people.
Right.
Because of the opinions of other people, basically. And what's the favorite quote that she says that, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Don't let people in the cheap seats have an expensive opinion in your life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, meaning that don't let people that don't play a role in your life tell you how you should live your life.
Yeah.
Or correct your life or swerve out of the way of your dreams because of what other people are saying.
Right.
So what else? What else about chapter 1 or part 1?
I feel like that was the big nuggets that I can.
So as a kid, I think for her, when she felt like a lot of kids, sometimes when they feel different or they don't fit in, they rebel. Like, okay, well, you think I don't fit in now? Like, I'm gonna be so rebellious that you want to stay away from me with a 10-foot pole. And she just wanted to fit in. she tried so hard to fit in. And I told Kelsey, I'm like, well, she's popular now. She's pretty now. She's fit in. Mm-hmm. She's done a very good job at that. And, you know, for me, it's not really common.
But I don't think she was trying to fit in. Does that make sense? Like, I think she's just being herself, and through that, like, she met her tribe. She found her people that also needed to hear these things.
Yeah. Yeah. And for me, like, you know, I'm not a female, of course, but I necessarily didn't take the path that every man does. And so I've even got something to take away from this chapter as well. Mm-hmm. Because for me, it doesn't matter what, and it shouldn't matter to any of you, like what people think, as long as you're happy pursuing what you want to pursue. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I heard the statement the other day of like, your neighbor down the street is a real estate agent and they make a lot of money. And then so you get the idea to be a real estate agent because you could make a lot of money, but you don't make a lot of money because that's not what you love.
Yeah.
And you actually suck at it.
Right.
And then you don't love it. So don't do something because that's what other people do and they're good at it, because you may not love it. You got to love what you do and not apologize for what you love to do.
Preach, Dean Shackley. So I guess like kind of just dissecting that chapter.
Dissecting.
I feel like I'm popcorn reading right now.
Popcorn Kelsey.
But dissecting that chapter and like reflecting on that and how that applies in my life, like I can relate to so much of that, because when I started my online business 5 years ago, I downplayed it. I did. I thought, like, I know people made fun of me. I know, but it was like, oh, that's cute, what she's doing. Like, I'm sure, like, people were thinking that. And they never in their wildest dreams thought that I had an intention of one day doing this full time for my income. And so, not that, you know, I just think, like, we try to fit in and we try to please other people, but at the end of the day, we have to let those things go and just do what feels right for us and feel like that's our purpose. Because I know for me, when I was making that transition, I knew that like I had a bigger purpose in the fact of wanting to help people in a different way, in a different light. And I had to stay true to that, regardless of what other people were saying, positive or negative. And I just had to keep and stay in my lane, because that's what my calling is. And I always tell people that if you feel that there's like that tug or that pull at your heart, if you feel that what if you start questioning, that's God, and that's God saying you should go for it, girl.
I'll get you a snack in a minute. It's called breakfast. I'll get you breakfast. All I am is a snack. BITCH. We're gonna have breakfast, okay?
Got like 2 seconds, Ruru.
Okay, so to your point, it's funny like you say that, and I sit here and think of people used to laugh at Oprah.
Yeah. She got told no like multiple times.
People used to laugh because she was overweight. She was an African American trying to have a TV talk show and make it big. So just remember that. Remember that.
And look at her. The girl's amazing. The woman's amazing.
One of the most successful women
she's
world.
Really an amazing person. Yeah. Her, and even like Michael Jordan, you think back, like, you know, his coach.
Well, I think it's because the problem is people don't talk about it. People don't talk about like the people who failed and the longevity it took. So for Rachel, she talks about in this book how this has been an effort of 10 years.
Right.
And people look at her as an overnight success just because now they've heard about her.
Right.
But people don't talk about that. They just see, oh, she's popular now. It just happened in like 3 months. Mm-hmm. This is a work of progress in 10 years in the making for her. A whole decade.
Right. And it's because, like, to the core of you, you believe in your mission. You believe in what you're doing. You believe that you're going to figure it out. You may not know all the answers, but by golly, you're gonna figure it out. And it's just putting one foot in front of the other. So I just think, like, going back to the original topic here of
You want to come here?
not what women
No,
do.
no, no.
I think you can be an incredible stay-at-home mom. I think you can be an incredible working mom. I think you can be an incredible entrepreneur. But at the end of the day, it's truly about doing what's right for you and your family,
Don't touch
and not
that.
apologizing for
on.
it, not downplaying it, being, just being true to you. And so I think that's been huge, a huge takeaway from that chapter.
We got a
Can you
guest
say
speaker.
good morning?
We got a guest speaker. Oh, is this what you want for breakfast?
Skittles, yeah.
Perfect, I approve.
Okay.
So, and by the way, thank you to whoever recommended us cutting the feet off of June's pajamas and turning them backwards. It works. Literally June's gonna have to wear pajamas all day, every day. Because it's the only thing that works from her not taking her diaper off and pooping all over the floor.
But not even that, just she'll be running around and all of a sudden we look over and she's naked and we're like, cool.
Like mother, like daughter, you know what they say.
Oh, Dean.
Oh, Dean. All right, guys. So if you haven't yet, pre-order this book. Like, seriously, I don't care what you do for a living.
So
I don't care what
good.
your dreams are. If you have any dream or any goal, you need this book. Anything you want to say? All right.
Say
we're done.
happy Friday.
Do we have any questions here we can answer at the end?
I don't think so. Erin says, hi, Ruby.
Can you say hi to the people?
Hi.
Hi.
Stephanie, you're going to love it. All right.
All right, guys.
We'll see you later. Happy Friday.
See ya.